Okay, this is Rumor Town, USA, but it got me excited because I love this developer. Quantic Dream.
Ooh.
It is rumored they are doing a Star Wars game. And if you know anything about Quantic Dream, at least it'll be beautiful. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know what kind of Star Wars game. Nobody really knows, but this is from Kotaku. They said they have heard from one of their independent sources that has knowledge of the studio's plans that Quantic Dream is doing a Star Wars game. Now, wouldn't be good enough that they just heard from one person.
Okay.
But from Video Game Chronicles also claimed back on the 16th of September that the studio made a deal with Disney to do a Star Wars game following their 3-game publishing exclusivity agreement with Sony. So that's over. And then yesterday of their reporting, so this is on Sunday, DualShockers published a separate report based on a separate source that knows about things going on over at Quantic Dream, that they're working on a Star Wars game. And the only reason I bring it up is because I love Quantic Dream.
Yeah.
Yes, their games, I don't know how exactly they would implement into a Star Wars universe, but Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, which I didn't love, but that's okay. But Detroit Become Human, which I loved, all were done by Quantic Dream. And it just kind of got me like all warm and fuzzy because for anybody that played Detroit on PS4, that game looked so good.
Right.
And I felt like the storytelling was really, really good. And I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like ever since Disney got a hold of Star Wars, everything feels very purposeful since then. I don't feel like the stories are going in a bunch of different directions, even though you could say with 7, 8, and 9, it got a little convoluted in there. But I do trust Disney. I don't think that they would let somebody do something crazy. People love Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, man. Ed, what you think? Quantic Dream, Star Wars, what you think?
Yeah, it's just weird because, you think of Star Wars and you think action, and you think Quantic Dream and you think storytelling.
Don't think action.
Yeah.
That's right.
You think pushing your left stick to the left, up and around clockwise,
Yeah, that's right.
And so
absolutely.
I'm curious. I'm like you. I like Quantic Dream. I'd love to see what they do if this is what's going to happen.
Chris, does that put a sour taste in your mouth, or are you like, okay?
No, I would play a Quantic Dream Star Wars game. I'm not like a massive Quantic Dream guy. I played Detroit. I liked it. I've not played anything else of theirs.
You didn't play Heavy Rain?
No, I didn't play Heavy Rain back in the day. I didn't. They didn't do L.A. Noire, did they?
No, they did Beyond Two Souls.
Yes, I watched you play that, but I never played it.
Did they do Quantum Break?
No,
they did not. That was
Remedy.
Yeah, that was Remedy.
Yep. Good memory.
But I feel like, while I understand and I do agree that initially what you think when you think of Star Wars, you think of action and whatnot. And there was some action-y kind of, albeit button prompts,
right.
QuickTime events in Detroit. So I think they could incorporate it still. But I like the idea that some of the things about Star Wars that I think kind of gets missed and lost is that there is a lot of politics and there's a lot of story stuff that you could do as well and minimize the action. I think about it, while this wouldn't be at all like a one-to-one comparison, I think of it as like when Telltale did the Batman thing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that, and again, to be completely frank, like I didn't play that either, but I feel like there was maybe a little bit more action in that. But I mean, what I'm saying is, I feel like everybody that I know that played it, and of the few of that series that I actually watched, I felt like they did a good job. And when you think of Batman, obviously you think of action. So it's like if they can do it,
that's
Quantic
true.
Dream, who I think is better than them, can do it too.
Good point.
Yeah.
As long as you like good story, they should be able to make good story.
Yep.
So I'm fine with it if it's not super crazy action heavy, because I know as someone who follows the industry, I know what Quantum Dream is. I wouldn't go into that game thinking, oh man, where's my crazy action that I'm going to be controlling?
Right.
I'm expecting to go in there and unfold a really cool story that I get to choose the narrative of.
That's a
what
good
I
point,
would look
Chris.
for.
Yeah,
that's really
Tim, what
great.
do you think? Are you a Quantic Dream fan? I can't remember.
No, I've never played any of their games. Based on what you guys have said, though, I mean,
you did not play Detroit.
I did not play Detroit. I actually
Detroit.
It never interested me. Like the whole, it kind of reminded me of like well, yeah. So,
I think it's part of the whatever that PS Plus collection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, you get it for free.
Yeah, I never played it, but based on all the stories that you guys have said, they can tell a good story, right? So that's great. Star Wars has so many sub stories within its whole narrative that I think it's something that's worth looking at as well. So yeah, whatever. I'm cool.
Yeah, I just kind of was. I just think that like because Ed's right. The action thing, right? It's not super fast. It's not twitchy. Mm-hmm. But man, I think if Disney plays their cards right, we always talk about, even when we talked about the HBO Last of Us. Mm-hmm. Yes, we know. Unfortunately, it's going to be about Joel and Ellie, or fortunately, it could be awesome. But those side stories, Star Wars has a bunch of characters you could choose from, and still give you the butterflies of playing a Star Wars game. Yeah. And that's so right. I think Quantic Dream could take that and tell those side stories that, because if I'm right, since Disney took over, everything's canon now. So it's like, any story they tell could just be some deeper thing into the lore. And so I say bring it on. The rumors are the development has been roughly going for 18 months. And so that's great because that means it's down the road just a little bit. And obviously we're probably not going to see anything anytime soon. They take their time. They do not release games back to back to back. Mm-hmm. I don't have the years of Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls and Detroit, but those games were spread out pretty good. Detroit and Heavy Rain I think was PS3, and I think you're right. Beyond Two Souls was early PS4, and then Detroit was end of PS4. So we're talking about 6 years.
I think Beyond Two Souls wasn't. No, was it on PS3 and PS4?
What did it straddle the line there?
I feel like it was one of those games that got a remaster for this console, and it wasn't PS5, so it had to have been.
It came out 2013.
Yeah,
is when that game came out. Yeah, on PS3 and PS4. And then if we look at Detroit Become Human, that came out in 2018. So that's 5 years. 2021, 3 years away from that. So I don't know. Maybe in a year from now we'll start seeing some glimpses. But
also if you think about it too, Beyond Two Souls and as far as I know, Detroit are original stories, and not that this Star Wars one is not going to be original. It is, but I'm sure that they have a framework. They're not just going into it like, let's throw things up. It's stuck on the gum that I threw the wall, stuck on robots that come alive and become sentient. All right, let's figure it out. Like they have a framework, so maybe they've got a head start.
Yeah.
And they've got LucasArts or Lucasfilm people that are like, actually, you can't do that because of the blah, 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 and they can kind of guide them a little bit. So maybe 18 months is equal to like 3 years in just normal time.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm so excited about it. Yeah. I don't care. I'm Quantic Dream, man. Ugh. They've pulled it off. I mean, yes, I didn't love Beyond Two Souls, but still.
It was a good
I think
it was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't I was like, ugh, this game.
Right.
It just didn't totally do it for me.
Yeah.
Like the other two did.
Sure.
Heavy Rain really did, and Detroit I really liked, and they tackled a lot of things in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Liked it a lot.